Hopefully the Gnomes can find a few shots from that ballista. Still in this fight.
Got it! Reloading! Keep up the tension! Steady! Taking the shot! Take that, machine! Reloading! Keep up the tension! Damn! It's
It's hollow. I gotta get to them. Find this in my stash later.
Champion! Get to the team!
We'll defend the hall.
Hostiles on the move!
Chief's in the throne room. Stop for Gala.
This isn't finished! I'll be back with everything I have! And all who stand with Hikaru will be run red.
At attention. You fought well. Proved yourself against enemies both metal and flesh. I name you all Marshal. Your first order is to secure the arena from any remaining rebels. Go. I failed. I should have finished Regala. But now she'll be back with more machines. Stronger than ever.
I'll do what I can to help.
No, you've done enough. Far more than our bargain called for. When we first met, you spoke of your true mission on which all depends. I wasn't certain if I believed you then. But I believe in you now. So leave me. And get to your task.
What will you do?
Tend to the wounds. What you need is there. Take it. Your deeds today will be remembered like those of the 10.
This is it. Either's below. What's this place? There. That console. Come on, Ether. Time to go home. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Ether subordinate function to original code.
Got it. Now to get this back to Gaia.
The visions in the grove have changed. The words of the Ten are not spiritual. Here, this must be the vision that Chief Kara told me. All of the visions are changed, and this one just arrived. Please, Aloy. Come here.
The visions throughout the grove are different now. And this one, it just appeared. Is this your doing?
Visions have changed.
That's the one that inspired Chief Hikaru.
More testimony of the old ones.
Hear now the words that reunited a people. Following the tragic events of the war, Anne Faraday, the chief architect of the reconciliation effort, addressed a nation in need of hope.
If we look into the future, the lens of the recent past, our fears loom. Wars waged against machines, scarcity of food and water, storms that drive us from our homes. But true courage means facing those fears with conviction instead of cynicism. Leading the peacekeeping effort with these brave men and women, these marshals of the new Southwest, has strengthened my conviction that when we are united, we can overcome any threat. Join me. Join us in that conviction as we strive for a nation and a world without want or war.
Reporting for duty, Commander. I'm coming with you.
But Hikaru needs you.
Because of you, he has new marshals. And a rallying cry the clans cannot ignore. So I will stand with you on your mission. Give whatever is left of my life. It is what I choose.
How can I say no to that? Zoe, there's someone who wants to join us. I need you to meet him in the foothills and guide him the rest of the way.
Will do, Aloy.
Go to the mountains, west of Plainsong. A friend of mine will meet you on the ascent. I'll join you when I can.
A friend of yours? Should be interesting.
I hear you got
All right. I need to get Ether back to Gaia. Seems like capturing it did something to the other holograms, too. Might be worth checking out.
Regala will fall. You'll need courage for the battle to come.
Discover how JTF-10 claimed home field advantage in the desert. JTF-10 seized key assets all across the desert. Where others feared the Mojave's raging sandstorms,
Blood of the 10, Aloy. Regala, I doubt you have enough skin.
We'll just have to remember.
But that's not why I wanted to speak with you. My grandson, Cavo, which means he must still be with Regala.
He was taken prisoner.
No. Like many young soldiers who seek to mark their... I must search for him. Chief Hikaru cannot spare any... unless you'd be willing to join. I know it is much to ask, but Cavo is the last...
What made Cavo join Regala's rebellion?
For some, Regala represents a chance of vengeance against the Karja. During the Red Raids, it wasn't easy to turn the clans back at Baron. Many wanted to pursue the Karja all the way to Meridian.
So when Regala attacked the embassy, they took it as a call to arms.
Yes. But others, the young especially, care only about the glory they think they'll earn by hunting. As for Cavo, it was probably a bit of both. Nothing I said could stop.
So if Cavo didn't listen to you, what makes you think he will now?
Cavo was too young to fight during the Red Raids. War was a stranger to him. But I just have to find him before it's too late.
You said Cavo's your last living...
Yes. Before Chief Hikaru, every skirmish claimed another come. One by one, I buried my children.
I'm sorry.
I tried to vent my grief on the battlefield, only in the wisdom of the... And even so, I still couldn't prevent Cavo.
If Cavo joined Regala's rebellion of his own accord, will Hikaru let him back into...
The chief knows the value of mercy, and the toll of the rest of the tribe. They won't quickly accept someone. Even with my support, it...
But you have to try. I'll help you find your grandson.
A while back, our scouts reported Cavo's squad left one of Regala's outposts, and his squad never returned. But the scouts also spotted one of our own.
So we'll start at the outpost. If we free the prisoner, maybe they'll know where Cavo's squad went.
Shall we head out?
I have some other things to take care of first.
I'll wait for you on the hill crest, southeast of the grove. We'll make our way to the outpost. Until then...
Honor and strength.
With a single turn.
Where did they even get such a weapon?
right.
Be guided.
May honor call.
The tribe that...
Champion, I fear we must lean on your strength and generosity again.
Just tell it to her straight, Ducka. The tribe needs the arena. She's our only hope to getting it open again.
You need the arena? But the cool route's over.
That's true, but we also use the arena to boost the tribe's morale.
We use it for training. Herd in machines so our soldiers can experience the glory of the kill in a controlled setting.
Which, of course, boosts morale. But Chief Hikaru won't let us reopen the arena until the ballista protecting the field is repaired.
We need it in case a machine runs amok, and it was damaged during the cool route. The parts we need aren't easy to find.
I get it. You need me to hunt down some machines and grab the parts.
We'd ask someone else, but every squad in the Grove is on alert. But the task is not without compensation, right, Kala?
Of course. Once the arena is open again, I would be honored to invite you to compete. A wide variety of machines will be available.
And I will award you prizes for victory. Not just from the arena, but also for medals won at hunting grounds. You'll be able to trade them for some of the tribe's very best gear.
To fix the ballista, we'll need a sinew from a rollerback, along with some bristleback tusks. Both kinds of machines have been spotted near a campfire to the southeast. When you're done, bring the parts to me at the maw of the arena, on the northeast side of the grove.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
One more thing. If you're going back into the wilds, I have another duty tied to our soldiers' morale. A regrettable one. Every Tenakth soldier carries a tag carved with their squad symbol. Rebels have been hoarding the tags of the soldiers they kill. You might find such tags at any enemy outpost. If you do, bring them to me. I'll make sure they're returned to the soldier squad mates and loved ones. Having confirmation sometimes soothes their grief. And there are bounties involved, if that matters to you.
Thank you, Champion. And please don't forget the parts for the ballista.
Guess I need to head southeast to find that rollerback. I already have enough bristleback tusks on me.
We mustn't grow soft. We need the arena open.
Hot. I'm sweating everywhere. Stash this away for later. Stash.
Give me back up!
Remember your
Can
training!
guide my son! That's it! You're going down!
Greetings.
Well, now they're alert. next fight.
I lost the hostile. I see her! Do something! I've got her! No! Let me spot him! Keep shooting into that area! And died by shot! Got you on the run!
Stuff for the stash. Gas isn't gonna do much. Grab this now. screen shine will fetch a price.
Everything. I saw something shifting. Weapons out! No prisoners! Right on target! I'll stop you!
We have to find her.
Only one of us leave! You're only making this worse!
The override data for that machine yet. I better look in more cauldrons.
Sorry. That one's on me. Back to it, then. Okay. Don't do that. Now I'm pitching to a scuffle. We're in the clear. No trace of intruders.
We must be clear.
Pass it on. Don't see anything. False alarm.
Okay, we found nothing. So let's go back.
Yeah, you better hide.
I can get out of this.
You! Let me take a look at you, stranger.
You shouldn't miss this chance to trade.
You're the outlander who stood against Regala and her rebels.
Only if it means we're good here.
Don't worry. I'm not here to drink your blood, or whatever you Easterners think we do. The slaughter at the embassy wasn't your fight, yet you stood by the Marshals. As far as I'm concerned, you're no enemy of the Tanakh. But you are going to need help if you plan on surviving the Clanlands. I hear and see many things as a scout. I could share them with you, aid you on your journey.
I'd be grateful.
Well then, a caravan of Asura make camp in the still sands south of here. We've tolerated them so far, but their leader's a greedy profiteer. He steps out of line, I'll gladly send the whole camp packing.
That's fair enough. Sounds like the Osirim are taking quite a risk being out here. Maybe I should talk to them. Find out what they're doing.
Stay alert, soldier.
You can make yourself stand out with that.
You can trust the Tanakh when it comes to commerce.
Don't sound like rebels. Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed. I can probably use my focus to follow the tracks those riders left behind.
ammo.
Can't let the cold distract me.
Like this? Oh,
You're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
and my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha! They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy! Erend, you're all better. And you're here.
Well, he tells me that our savior needs our help after all. And who am I to refuse?
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Katalo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay.
Now this focus thing's trying to kill me?
You did almost drown it in beer.
Hey.
Hey.
A nice place.
Well, it's not like I built it or anything.
Right. Well, I can see why you had... There's a lot to take in. But, don't worry.
Right. I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah. I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most. I never really understood how you were ever able to find my... And now I do. It makes me feel like I could be useful.
It takes some time, but... How are you settling in?
Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east?
I sent some of them back to Meridian. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around.
So?
He's, I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty.
You shouldn't believe everything you...
Yeah.
I have to go.
I guess it's back...
Wow, this place is starting to come alive.
Yeah, and Gaia placed all the data she got from your... With the focuses you gave us, we'll be able to access it at our own... You know, learn and train. And if you need us, we'll be there to fight at your side.
Got it. Thanks, Varl. Looks like I was wrong about the Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
And we saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still, the tribe settling amongst the stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl. That one Zenith...
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus.
Let's hope that's enough. How's,
You know we really are training. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be...
Of course. You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my aunts without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Faro.
Yeah. I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And
I'm guessing you've spoken with Kotal.
I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said, for a second I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tanakh and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Erend definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in.
Think you can hold the fort?
If Erend stops, we'll be fine.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Have you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp this. No. For now...
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did. To think that there are places among the stars, it is... and heartbreaking that such life should be bent on destroying ours.
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used. She helped me decipher some of the... and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear. I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much...
You've spoken with Kotallo?
A few words. Tanakh don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his field.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator. I was surprised to see past, but reborn?
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's, in this case, a very loud friend.
I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal? You didn't seem to be on the...
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then. As waves of refuge, the chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
So, how does a tribe warriors like the Tanakh?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, but Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary. In the end, even the Tanakh saw sense in the Utaru promised to provide the Tanakh with food from... In exchange, the Tanakh would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train. This custom was abandoned, but some veterans still remain in the plain.
It couldn't have been easy. Seeing your people suffer while...
I come from a small village near Plain. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that... I moved to the dishes when I decided... When the Red Raids began, I thought about... But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ran. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but the smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to appear before the chorus to demand that we take a stand. I was denied.
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja army, but we also knew the lay of the land. We ambushed smaller raids, sabotaged their supply line.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join. We chased the enemy all the way.
You said you were at Barren Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of, then attacked from the other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was not something I like to remember. When all the dust and blood settled, I smelled it again. Our enemies defeated. What was left of my squad returned to the Utaru Plains. I went back to Plainsong. It didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others. Then you came along and gave me a choice. I could either sing at people's graves.
I'm glad you chose the latter. Right, I shall return to our...
Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
The old ones created so many wonderful...
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodation.
Decides to kill everyone.
I see.
Strange. Aloy.
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got...
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the vision you keep in and gave me this focus. I don't pretend to fully understand, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then. Now that you know who the enemy is, since...
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. Vulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the focus shows me, so... I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the... This Hephaestus... It will be able to make machines? That answer to...
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such power.
You've had some time with the team. Any thoughts?
I admit, I was surprised. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
I'm told she rallied some in her tribe against them and fought all the way to Barren.
Interesting.
You said the Bulwark was your home a long time ago.
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish. My parents were killed in a clan skirmish. As I grew older, I came to be known as an Tekote took. I fought by his side against and led my squad on a dangerous climb into the Daunt. It was I who opened the gates at Barren Light from the east side, allowing the Tenakth.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed.
Then why'd you leave?
I became a marshal.
Why did you leave the Sky Clan?
I was sent to the Kulrut, but back then I would have obeyed his every order. I believed I was too blind to see the fear of a rising young warrior challenging his command. I returned a hero from the battle at Barren Light. Never occurred to him that I had no interest.
Why did Tekote think you wouldn't be a threat to him if he sent you to the Kulrut?
Tekote knew that if I survived, I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tenakth, that I'd never be allowed to challenge his command. After our victory at Barren Light, Tekote said it would be selfish to rob Hikaru. Even though he knew perfectly well, I had no intention of ever leaving. It was exile, guised as an honor. one he knew I couldn't refuse. So I became a marshal, and never looked back.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I am not. Though it pains.
When we were at the Bulwark, Hikaru also mentioned it at the Cool Route. What does it mean?
The visions tell us that the 10 flew on great metal machines with wing and leapt into battle. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression, and it is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Cool Route. Many times I imagined it, the feeling of freedom.
What did Chief Hikaru say when you told him he'd be—
You spilt rebel blood at the Grove, and helped reunite the clan. There was little more to be said.
Well, I'm honored.
Indeed.
I should go. Feel free to check in on Hikaru and your people.
I will. May the 10 walk.
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge ether with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Eleuthia frequency.
Eleuthia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Eleuthia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old-world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Why would Eleuthia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Eleuthia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Eleuthia is in trouble and sent the message hoping, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates.
That is my conclusion as well.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades, proving it is feasible they used it to gain access to—
So, maybe they sent it thinking—
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into reveal, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not that. You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in the—
Okay, and what about the other number in the message?
I have queried my available databases. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
All right, I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and—
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Gaia, what is this?
It is a control console for a drone-based imaging system connected to this dome. I will transmit the relevant data to your focus.
Huh. So this Cyclops is a network of drones to monitor the deteriorating biosphere. Conditions. I guess it was meant to display on the dome, but the drones aren't connected anymore. If I find the drones out in the wilds, I could get the data from them, use it to reconnect them and restore the display.
Aloy.
That was sneaky of you, patching in Varl and...
I am pleased you accept. Is there something you wish to discuss?
What can you tell me about Demeter?
Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends.
So once I bring it back, all the blight out there will start to get better.
While permanent restoration requires the abilities of I may be able to improve conditions in the region. However, a word of warning. Like Ether and Poseidon, Demeter's response to my query was highly irregular. Alone and frightened, it may have taken measures.
Okay. I'll keep my guard up. The missing subordinate functions.
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and a culture. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating. Vast arc. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February.
Pharaoh, huh?
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yet restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Perhaps you will be able to procure Eleuthia. Artemis and Apollo, however, remain.
So, Poseidon, what do we know about it?
Poseidon controls the organic and chemical. Once it is restored to me, I may be able to improve conditions in the regional war. But I must warn you, like the others, Poseidon is lost and frightened. It may have taken measures to protect itself.
I'll be careful. You mentioned that the superstorms have subsided.
Yes. Thanks to Ether's capabilities, weather patterns in the local region should mostly stabilize for the time.
Well, that's a relief. Be nice not to have to fight my way through.
I will continue to stabilize the atmosphere.
Why did Ether take up residence in an ancient...
As with the other subordinate function, Ether needed to install itself on a processor with adequate storage, and one in the museum appears to have been sufficient. Given that the holographic displays were still active.
So Ether was assured it could stay for as long as it needed to.
Correct. Though it is curious that it chose a place around...
Maybe it also felt at home there. How's Catalo doing?
I detect that the loss of his arm still... Though he has not voiced it, I may be able to assist in his recovery.
Really? How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology in an effort to understand. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable. However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative way to heal.
Well, keep at it. Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying old world data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
How's Erend handling?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus. After an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus. He has given repeated assurances that it...
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess. How long do we have, then?
At present rates, without additional factors, the biosphere will cross a point of no return in approximately 4 months.
And if I gather Ether, Demeter, Poseidon, merge you with them?
We will only gain a few months more.
Well, every bit counts. So, the greatest minds in the world, all working to build the terraforming system while the Pharaoh Plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations. At all, resources and technology were secured from within a month of the project's conception. I was launched, and Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to experience to aid in my emotional development.
What were they like?
Scared, hopeful, determined. They were hurtling toward technological achievements on it. I owe everything to their debt.
So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel.
Yes. Prior to the facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer virus. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh Automate.
I guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with too. So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there, one not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic, and had spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the data on your focus, it seems that Cyan was cut, an effort by its creators to protect it from the Pharaoh plague.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request. I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have... The processor Ether was installed on was part of an ancient war museum. A memorial to something called the... Do you know anything about it?
My knowledge of historical events was unfortunately lost. However, climate data indicates a peak. Such conditions would see an increase in dust storms, and a loss of habitable landmass.
But they wouldn't have built a museum in the middle of a wasteland. So I guess things got better.
Yes. Data suggest levels in the clawback era of the 20th.
There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of boulders. Any idea how it got there?
During the Pharaoh Plague, the U.S. military resumed the use of human as automated machinery was unreliable. It is possible the vehicle was part of a
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines in the valley until the mountain was blasted apart. So this facility, the regional, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region? Yes. Had humans received their education from they would have then been guided here to... As that never happened, this place...
Until Minerva decided to settle here. So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and...
That would have been quite a sight.
It may still be possible to view some of them, should you find and reconnect the cameras to this room's...
I'll keep a lookout. Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, Names? It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator.
Your friend?
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was sad, though I am glad she made it home.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. Thanks, Gaia. I'll be on my way.
I wish you safe travel. I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can. Huh. Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room. Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them. This is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home. When I met Hikaru, I figured he was just another bloodthirsty warlord. But Vashav was right. Hikaru wants peace. It won't be easy. But with his new marshals, maybe his vision has a chance. My old spear. Rust helped me make it. When I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now. When Varl found me after the Hades Proving Lab, I thought I saw Rost. I don't think he'd understand any of this. Or what I have to do. But still... wish he was here. I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. Elizabeth put all of her faith in Gaia. And Gaia put all of her faith in me. If I can do it all, recover the subfunctions, defeat Zenith, heal the world. I'd like to think Elizabeth would be proud. Looks like Gaia was able to unlock that door. Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives. Unfortunately, the entertainment modules were lost with the Apollo database.
Oh, that's too bad. Another room. What for?
Switch to a private log? Okay, so... Regional Control Center 9. Design of the facility's coming along. When Gaia finally builds it, it'll have everything it needs.
Oh, we're back in the sleeping quarters. Looks like Arendt and Katala moved their stuff in.
There it is.
It's gonna be a trek to get...
There she is.
You ready to head out?
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened this distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Vermin.
What is that?
What the hell?
Well, that takes the keg.
Burrow, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one.
Cold. Almost didn't make it. Whatever the rebels did, it took down our shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
What? It looked like she
Hello,
could make it come
Verbena?
and go at will.
What do you have for me?
But it's gone
I checked
now.
everywhere, still no sign of the asset.
Well,
Can
go
we
do your
call off
thing.
this pointless search
I'll wait
already?
here. Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first
The
place.
Spectre had instructions to
Now, I'd like to see
assist
results by
recovery
nightfall.
of the asset.
Do you think you can manage that?
I wonder what this asset
Hold
is.
on. I think I see something.
Our weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off. An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Tanakh rebels, an Asaram, a Zenith. Freaky machine.
Now this'll do some damage. I shouldn't leave yet. Not until I'm done looking around. Get this from my stash when I need it. Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? All right. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she'd lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl. That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go. There's some kind of old-world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe. Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console. This was a Far Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up. All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering
Find
amazing
anything that
things.
might tell us what the asset is?
For their own benefit. I don't think so. This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure. Pack's full, but my stash has room. A control console to access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
$236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
So she's
still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
2 of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl on the clone. Here it comes! Ooh, ugly one, aren't you? See if it has any weak spots. That thing's quick.